The real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of America. First and foremost, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Now I want to get into examining yourself, because it's a crucial thing being in this truth. You know, you don't want you don't want to miss a small thing that can mess up a big picture. You know, I'm gonna get into Psalms 26:2. It says, "Examine me, O Lord, and prove me." And that word "examine" is to test. I mean, is to try or prove, and in the Hebrew is "bachan." And it says, "Examine me, O Lord, Yahweh, and prove me. Try me, try my reins and my heart." You know what I'm saying? So basically, King David, he prayed to the Lord. He asked the Lord, because the law is to ask. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing when you're praying. And he basically asked the Lord, you know, try me, you know, test the water, see where my faults at, what things I can do better improvement at, you know. This is James, James chapter 1 verse 5. It says, "If any of you lack wisdom," and a wise thing is to examine yourself, you know, so you could pinpoint it, you know, so it won't mess you up in the future run, you know. And it says, "Let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given." So, you know, say if you say if you know that it's not really like you examine yourself, that you don't do it enough. You know what I'm saying? You could ask the Lord, just like King David did, to, you know, to seek out his flaws and let it be known to you if you don't know what they are. You know, this 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5. It says, "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith." You know, so examine yourself to see if you're doing too much folly and not enough of doing the work that's in the truth, man. You know, because that would be a false balance. It'll be a wrong balance, man. Wrong balance. And it says, "Prove your own selves." You know what I'm saying? Show yourself that it's like, hey, man, you know, I need to get up on this. You know what I'm saying? And it says, "Know ye not your own selves?" So you know what your flaws is, man. You know what I'm saying? So work on them. You know, don't be in denial, because it'll fuck you up. And it says, "How that Yahweh Shai is in you, except ye be reprobates." And that word reprobate means to be not fit. The scripture also says, any man putting his hand forth to the plow and looking back is not fit for the kingdom. And if you're doing more worldly shit than you doing putting your time in this truth, guess what? You being not fit, you know, to do this work, nor in the kingdom, man. You know. This 2 Timothy's chapter 3 verse 16. It says, "All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High Yahweh." You know, because you want to filter everything through these scriptures, you know, and also because in the scriptures, in Psalms 26:2 or 2 Corinthians 13:5, it says to examine yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's a scripture that the Lord had given us to be aware of, you know, because that is a crucial thing in this truth. And it says, "And it is profitable for doctrine, for reproof." And that word reproof in the Greek is elinkos, and it means a proof that by which a thing is proved or tested for conviction. You know what I'm saying? So you testing to see if it's all right. You know what I'm saying? If you testing yourself to see if you all decent, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't going off on this, or it's something that you need improving on, you know. And it says for correction, and that word correction is a enonorthosis, whatever. And it says restoration to an upright or right state improvement. You know what I'm saying? So you restoring uh, uh, what needs you restoring what needs correction. You know what I'm saying? You basically getting yourself up to date. You know what I'm saying? And for instruction in righteousness, verse 17, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And that word furnished also goes to complete. You know what I'm saying? So because you checking all the knickknacks, paddywhacks, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that you ain't going off, that you had the right doctrine. You know what I'm saying? That you won't sit up here and judge somebody and fuck around and be a hypocrite because you doing the same shit that you trying to tell somebody not to do, man. You know. This is First Peter's chapter 1 verse no Second Peter's. This Second Peter's chapter 1 verse 10. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your call and election sure. And part of that giving diligence is to search yourself out, you know, because you don't want to have no faults. You know what I'm saying? You know, we Scripture also says strive to be perfect, man. Strive on to perfection. And the thing is that in order to be perfect, you got to know all the things that's going to make you not perfect or imperfect, man. You know. And it says, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So you just taking out all that like in gold, you know, you taking all that dross out, or the gross, whatever word it is. You taking all those impurities out, you know what I'm saying? So so you can be perfect, man, you know. I'm gonna finish it up with this scripture. This is Sirach 18 and 20, no, and I'm starting at 19. Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 verse 19. It says, learn before thou speak, and use physic, or ever thou be sick. You know, because say if you being impulsive, or you always quick to say something before thinking, and that's one of your flaws. If you examine yourself, you can catch this, you know. And verse 20, it says, before judgment, examine thyself. You know what I'm saying? So before you even judge, you know, make sure you ain't doing it. Because if you doing it, guess what? You a hypocrite, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? And it says, in that day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy, you know? So, because in its truth, you know what I'm saying, with you striving for perfection, you trying to make sure that you don't have any blemish, you know? And when that day in that visitation, when the Lord comes with them missiles, you know what I'm saying, you going to hope that you ain't have anything that fucks you up, you know? It goes back to the looking at the little small individual pieces before the big picture comes. And the big picture is to see if you're going to get saved from those missiles. And the little picture is to make sure that you ain't have any flaws in you, man. And that comes with examining thyself, you know. And I hope that was edifying. And I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and double honors to Apostles, Great Millstone, salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom.